Alright, so I played a game recently called Endless Monday Dreams and Deadlines. I really enjoyed this short, silly game. Felt like reading through a webcomic. The kind of stuff which actually has an end and not an eternal hiatus since 2018. However, for how short it is, I don't know if the price is low enough. But that's kind of a personal preference. Honestly, it feels like most of the price went toward paying whoever made the soundtrack. Only a few songs, but they're all kinda neat. What is it about? The life of a graphic designer is rife with problems, especially if they're working in the current field. Office politics, horrific bosses, borderline evil villains twirling mustaches, and of course, deadlines. Deadlines. It doesn't help with the motivation and inspiration at an all-time low. With only a weekend before the big presentation, Penny is forced to confront her troubles head-on, or face the bitter reality. I like that it's a goofy little visual novel. At no point is there anything treated seriously. Baby. There are actual minigames, but well, that's just a few minutes at most. I also appreciate the office setting, same as UP Psycho or Agretzko, where it's always confusing as to what exactly does this company do, but it's clear that there's something fishy going on behind the closed doors. Really, there's not much to say. It's silly, it's funny, it's short, and there are also cute anime girls if you're a cringy, horny teenager. To me, it was irrelevant. So instead I'll comment on the overall message, and it's actually a deep one. So I'm not sure I'm actually gonna be able to add anything meaningful, and will just ramble on set like I usually do. Anyway, so the main character is an artist, drawing ads, posters, yada yada yada. Any kind of art is needed for a company, she does it. However, it turns out there's now a bot able to put out hundreds of pictures in mere seconds, i.e. an AI. And that's a conversation I've seen many times on social media. People who have at least dabbled in the field with actual concerns over their jobs. Some scared, some openly welcoming it, and, well, it's clear what ones excited are not as invested in the actual field. It's a real fear for people who do draw for a living. Writing faculty is still a little bit awkward. But pictures are already fairly advanced, able to copy styles, do obscure requests, and even draw hands. It's scary. After all, people spent years trying to build up this skill. I even did some drawing for a bit, very much low-level stuff, probably something grade schoolers could do better, but even to me, it's discouraging. Imagine building your whole life around it, only to have the entire thing automated. And this game presents it as a reality. Of course exaggerated and played for laughs, but there's a real message there. The automation is coming, it will change lives and it will ruin some of them. Perhaps we're headed for a future where only the ultra-rich can exist, and the poor are reduced to menial work which isn't even worth automating. Perhaps we'll actually head toward utopia, where people don't have to do menial tasks, but can do so anyway, able to pursue whatever they want. Personally, I find it upsetting and unsettling. For in the future we won't even truly know whenever the being interacting with us, feeding us, talking to us, whenever it's truly a living being, or an algorithm designed for some unknown purpose. And looking at how corporations nowadays would rather imprison people, pollute the environment, lie, cheat and steal, well, I think it's obvious which future is more likely. Endless Monday gives a little bit of hope, a reminder to be friendly, to be curious, to look up and try that much harder. Okay, that's pretentious. That game also gives a message to draw sexy tiger anime girls, and that's something anyone can get behind.